there, welcome to an episode of Rags to Brags. I'm
What
Sam.
up, y'all? I'm Artron 5000.
Right, and we're going to show you some stuff that we found at these thrift stores this week.
Yeah, let's show them what we got, Sam. Let's take a look at
Let's
it.
take a look. So,
First up,
I'm going to show you this Alabama shirt that I got. It's a single stitch, which means
if it's single stitch, it's probably true vintage.
true vintage, because they started using a double stitch here on the seams.
Sometime in the 90s,
Yeah,
yeah.
sometimes in the late 90s. So this is a single stitch Alabama shirt. It's got the cool detail, the patches on the arm.
That cut and sew.
Yeah, I love that. This is very heavily embroidered.
Check
and
the
you can
thread
also
count,
tell by
y'all.
the tag. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like a really you can tell when the tag's just old.
Yeah.
But
Yo, it's kind of wavering.
yeah, I got this at the American Thrift in Ocean Springs for like $4. And I would say probably retail, like at least 20, 25, maybe 30 during the season if you got people going to parties and they need like a quick last minute shirt.
What's up?
It's a good pick.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, very sporty, very vintage.
Alright, well, I found this Spirit of St. Louis.
Yeah,
This is a
badass.
Mitchell & Ness ABA, so not MBA. This is a sports organization that is now debunked. They're not there anymore. I picked it up because I thought it was going to be Karl Malone.
Oh yeah,
Ended up being Moses Malone.
nice.
But this one, I was a little bit iffy on if it was authentic because I just did not see this tag being here, but I checked it out online. And it looks like for this jersey, that's just how they did it. So a little bit surprising, but check my drip. I don't know if I'm gonna sell this. If I was gonna sell this, it's gonna be roughly $100, and
Nice.
they could probably bounce me down to about 60, 80, something
What'd
like
you
that.
pay for it?
I paid $4 for this one.
Nice.
Huge shout out to my people Shout over there in the detergent world. This one was just had a myriad of stains on it, but surprisingly they all came out. Yeah.
Shout is the business.
Yeah, and it's your best friend, especially if you're gonna be doing resale.
Exactly.
For $5, I thought, well, if I can't get the stains out, so be it. I'll donate it. No biggie.
Yeah, that's a classic jersey. It's very unique. You don't see
Super
ABA
unique,
jerseys
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, and the stitching is still in great condition on this one.
Yeah, St. Louis. Nice. All right, keeping with our sports theme here, I picked up this LSU jersey
Oh, them Tigers.
for $5.
Tigers go hard. LSU, shout out
LSU
Shaquille O'Neal.
Tigers. And this is, I believe it's a woman's.
I think so as
cut,
well, yeah.
So if you're going to like a football party or anything, it's a great shirt to have. It's excellent condition. I mean, it looks like
Yeah, it
it's
is in
never been
excellent
worn.
condition. I like, usually sometimes your graphic will get a little bit of wash on it.
Yeah.
But this one, definitely there's no indication that it was really washed. It looks like it just came straight from the store, from the department.
Yeah, it looks brand new. I mean, I paid $5 for it. Come around football season when people are looking for stuff to wear. I could probably get this off my hands for about $30.
Yeah.
At least 20. I mean, I paid $5 for it, and so I mean.
Still in great shape.
Yeah, it's
It
great
truthfully
shape.
looks like no one ever wore it, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I could make my money back then some, and it's just a really good piece.
Next up, the vintage Tommy Hilfiger mustard yellow fleece
Nice.
that made it through. It made it through the 90s, which is
Made it.
unbelievable. Yeah, a little bit
Yeah,
of,
it's got the Tommy collar.
yeah, that red, white, and blue.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a classic Tommy pullover, fleece pullover.
And these were going for about $60 online, and I saw one that had just some fugly stains on it, and they were selling that one for $60. So
Oh yeah. Oh, this one's in pristine.
yeah, it actually is in pristine condition.
Yeah. Even the white on the logo is still,
And there was another Hilfiger classic vintage 90s piece. Unfortunately, it had some donut stains. It had a little bit of that white chalk on it, so I didn't feel like going with it. But I think I picked this one up for $4 as well. Gonna throw it on for 80. maybe let people shoot it down to 60 or something like that.
Exactly.
But definitely
Yeah,
not
it's
mad
great-
at this pickup.
Great condition. Out of a 1 to 10, I would give it like a 9, just because it's probably been washed once or twice.
That's
You know,
interesting you
it's
said
in
that,
great
because I
shape.
put it at a 9 out
Yeah.
of 10 on my eBay page.
Yeah, it's a great looking shirt. All right, I found this little button-up.
Oh, that is wavy.
Yeah, I found this at the thrift store at the Humane Shelter.
Okay.
So not only is it a good cause, but
Barking Closet out there. We see you. We
Yeah.
see what you're doing.
you can find some cool stuff. This is obviously from the 80s or 90s. You can tell by the
Mhm.
print. And this is something I'm actually going to wear this summer. You know, I'm going to sell it, but
I
I'm
dig
going to
it.
try to wear it first.
I would wear that
You know, you
too
could tie it up or
if I was
put it
you.
in a bikini.
If I was you. I
So
would
it's a
wear
very cool, like, fun 90s print, like 90s spring break type, you know, vibe to it.
that. Yeah, the floral
So, yeah, I love
is
that. I actually got
dripping
those
wet.
for 50 cents at the thrift store at the Humane Shelter.
Yeah, they still have 90s prices out there. That's a
Yeah.
good thrift, and it supports a great cause.
Yeah, exactly.
And that cause is just feeding them kibbles and bits to them little doggies.
Yeah, and, you know, helping the volunteers out, because God bless them.
Oh yeah.
I can't
What?
even walk
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there without wanting to cry.
Most definitely. There's a mountain worth of garbage bags. It looks like a mini BFI out there.
Exactly.
You know what
And they're
BFI
actually looking
is.
for volunteers. If you guys want to help out, we'll include the website and the link and everything.
So this piece caught my eye. This was
This
from a
is
Goodwill.
a phenomenal piece.
Yeah. And this is a Liberty Hee Haw from the 1970s. Piece of nostalgia. These overalls, I cannot believe they made it through 40 plus years. And I
From
think
the 70s.
the only damage is right there at the end.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
got a little
wear.
bit of fray.
Yeah, from the, you know, from wearing, dragging on the ground or.
I was offered $100 on these last night, and I decided to pass on that offer because I'm really looking for around 150 to upwards of the 200, because in this condition, 40, I think it's a 40 by 36 piece. So you got to be a little bit taller to wear these, but they're roughly about $200 online. These, I guess these are ultra rare. I picked these up for $5, and there's no way. If I see something like this and it catches my eye,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no way.
For
I'm gonna go for it.
$5,
For
you
$5?
You know, yeah.
Yeah, and right. And I almost made 95 bucks off of them last night.
Yeah.
So that's a bill right there. Pro tip.
Yeah.
I should have taken it, but I've done all right with holding out on
Yeah.
low ball offers.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to hold out because, you know, there are specific niches, you know, and that right buyer is going to come along to give you.
Oh yeah,
what
most
they're worth,
definitely.
because they are worth something.
Yeah, and this is super niche. I would say that I didn't watch much of Hee Haw. I honestly saw maybe a few episodes whenever I was 7, 6. Maybe it was a Nick at Night Jam, but like
Yeah,
I
it's a
said
classic
before-
American TV show. You know, it's like Americana.
Oh, yeah,
At
most
this
definitely.
point, it's like a, you know, it's a retro.
And I would say with these, especially, that's a good point, because it is Americana. These will probably only go up in value
Exactly.
with the condition that they're in, because
Yeah.
it is a piece of American history. Even though American history back then, let's just call it American History X, because they were a
Yeah.
little bit Looney Tunes, bro. You catch
Exactly.
my drift.
I haven't told you about these yet. Usually when I find something cool, I always text Ryan. I found these yesterday for $1.
What you got?
These are Rockin' Republic jeans
Okay.
that I got for $1. They're black jeans. They're a size 12, which don't fit me, but I know that Rockin' Republic is a very popular brand.
It's a well-established
for jeans.
brand with women and men, or just
Women and men, actually.
Okay.
And it has like the nice detail of the leather patch.
Oh
down
yeah, I actually
down the
really do
middle.
love that. That may be kind of hard to pick up on cam, but that is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's just the little details that make these jeans, you know, a higher end.
That's interesting.
The little.
So it almost has like the uniform. It's like low key. Oh, that's cool. So it's kind of embroidered with.
Yeah, the skull with the wings, and you know, if you're familiar with Rockin' Republic, that seems to be a continuing trend with them. You know,
Right,
it's
kind of like
very-
a hallmark or
yeah, very
staple
like-
that they go with.
rock and roll.
This is like low key, almost uniform.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like some cadet pants or something.
Right.
So it's very cool. I picked these up, like I said, for $1. And retail, they're anywhere from 40 to 100. You know, I'm selling them on Poshmark. So, you know, I'll probably list them at around 50 to 60 and just have a little room to play around with. So that was a great find. I was really excited about that.
Yeah, those are dope, especially for $1.
Yeah, $1. So,
Can't beat it. The next thing I have been trying to fix this a little here and there. This is that Chicago Bulls, the GOAT,
legendary,
the legend,
when
my
you come
man,
across something like this at a thrift store,
Mitchell and
you have to
Ness.
get it.
And I could not deny it, even though this is not in the greatest condition. I don't know if Jordan himself dropped the blunt or dropped the cigar. He's more of a cigar guy.
Yeah.
But I think that this, I probably actually will let go of this one, just because the one I want is going to be in phenomenal A+ condition.
Yeah.
I'm only going to wear it out once. But yeah, truly one of the reasons why I love basketball, to see him do his thing from 80s, the Olympic Jordan, all the way to who's like third pick in the NBA whenever they just did. Yeah. Super dream team. One of the only, I would say, fashion owners that could dunk on Tommy. He could dunk on Ralph Lauren.
Yeah. That's
you know, he's really getting his in there.
Yeah. And you can't cover the 90s without even mentioning the Chicago Bulls, because they were such a staple of the 90s. You know, they were just like these sports legends, heroes, and they were just everywhere.
I actually had to get this one restitched too, and she didn't do a great job on it. And I only paid $7, so I really can't complain. And I bought this in a lot that I only paid $35 for. So within that lot, I can't tell you, it probably came down to roughly $8 a piece or something like that. But yeah, it definitely has some damage. And the lady who restitched it, I'm not going to throw any names out, but she only did the top, and then she just let all of this kind of slide. So I wasn't really happy about that, but for $7, she gave me the opportunity to wash it, to try to get it cleaned, because this
what was your initial investment on this piece?
For, I think it was 6 jerseys, I paid about $35, and that is with the Joe Namath, another Jets jersey, the Sixers jersey that I had to fix with the color markers, and this jersey, and I want to say there was one more, but I can't recall what it was right now.
Yeah, I remember you showing me this, and I mean,
and I'm not even sure that this is a real Mitchell and Ness jersey, just because it's missing some of the hallmarks. It's missing a tag right here, and this says it's a 52, but for 50, it says this is a 54, but it should be a lot larger than this for a 54, which kind of makes me think that this is more or less an Asian size, unless somehow whenever it washed it shrunk. I'm just not sure with this one. So if I sell this one, I'm definitely selling it for the cheap. But
it's still a great shirt.
Yeah, I gotta get another one of these before I sell it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, the next thing I'm going to talk about is something you might not think about, because I never even thought about it. I was in New York, and I was just visiting and having a good time. I'm going out to these places, and it's in Brooklyn, like the hipster area of town.
Okay.
And what I noticed...
Bedford style we see out there.
Yeah. What I noticed are these guys with beards. They're wearing like NASCAR t-shirts. They're wearing all this different stuff. I go into a restaurant. They have like wood paneling with deer heads and like all this like southern kitschy type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I've just left Mississippi, and this is pretty much like what my living room looks like. You know what I mean? And so I noticed there's a big market for stuff like this. And I'm sure you guys at home have plenty of this in your
No,
closet.
you were rocking this the other day.
Yeah, I rock this all the time.
Okay, it looked cool on you. Yeah.
This is a camouflage sweatshirt. And what I was surprised to find out is that camo, like the mossy oak prints and stuff like that, are very popular. And these big cities with these hipsters that are, trying to capture this like whole essence, So I was like, well, I got a ton of camouflage in my closet, let me just check it out. So this is a shirt that I could resell for like $25. And it's just something that I had around, just from being here in the South. And also this, like stuff like this, a camouflage American flag Chevrolet hat. I mean, I could sell this to someone in New York for at least $15 to $20. Because this is the look they're going for.
And Chevy, I mean, people love the Chevy.
Yeah, classic Chevy.
I run a Chevy.
I really wanted to make that point that, we're abundant with Chevrolet hats.
So there is a trend of people love the NASCAR shirts because they're huge prints.
Yeah.
The prints that come from the top to the bottom.
Yeah. Very bold colors.
Can almost match with anything too, because there's so much color in it. Whatever Nikes you have on, whatever your undergarment may be, whatever underoos you're rocking, it may just match with that.
Exactly.
And those are something I've been passing on the NASCAR recently as far as their t-shirts are concerned, but I do know where a wealth of them are, and I will be picking them up shortly.
Nice. Yeah, a friend of mine was saying her mom has all these Reba McEntire shirts and stuff. I was like, are you kidding me? It's like $200.
Yeah, I recently sold a Reba McEntire shirt over in Atlanta. I couldn't get rid of it down here. There was some interest on the internet, but I wanted to go to Georgia. I hit up Little 5 Points, Ragorama, made a bulk sell. Love those guys, love what they're doing. And it was a good experience. I got to unload what I didn't want or what I just didn't want on the books anymore. And I enjoyed myself in Little 5 Points. I had a great time.
Nice.
This 94-95 Barcelona Kappa jersey is kind of a grail now for me.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Not only do I love football and I love just the drip that this is putting off. This has a lot of drip in the sip. But I recently recognized that Weezer's Matt Sharp in their El Scorcho video is wearing this exact jersey.
Nice.
Yeah, so it added a little bit of that rock and roll swag to this.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I can use swag, which I found authentically awesome. And so 94, 95, I think that video was maybe 96, 97, somewhere in that era. And this collar, while it's fading just a little bit in that video, you don't have that wash on the collar. So it was cool to see this jersey in its pristine condition. And this one is a medium, and I think all day it goes for about $60. I picked this one up for the Humane Society thrift over there at the Barking Closet for maybe $1. Maybe $1. And I'm looking at maybe 60 to 70 bucks once I get lowballed on it. So I'm just waiting for that lowball offer to come in, and I may or may not. I don't know. I put it at 80 because, I mean, authentically, at the end of the day,
there's no.
It's hard for me to
this
sell
shirt
that.
is like ahead of its time.
Yeah, most definitely.
If you're looking at anything trending right now, it's got all the missing pieces. It's got this the trucker girl, which is a huge staple from the 90s, and which is now making its appearance.
You don't see this a lot anymore in the fabric, where they actually write in Barca here, Barca there. They have the trucker girls inside of the stitch, and that's something that Lotto used to do. Maybe Umbro used to kind of play around with it, but you really don't see that anymore in clothing, which is kind of interesting, or maybe I'm just not getting to see it, but that tag makes it, genuine. You don't see big tags like that as much anymore, especially in sports gear, because you don't want to be,
especially like on the shirt. Tagless type.
Yeah, you want it tagless for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think we showed them some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys coming out, hanging out with us, looking at our finds. these come ups are real. They are
we find
real.
these around here on the coast at these local thrift stores. And we're happy to share what we find. And if you like anything that you see, we're putting up some links and stuff. You can come by, or if you have any questions about some materials that maybe you have that we might could help you out with, we'd love to hear from you.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Again, I'm Sam. This is Ryan. And this is Rags to Brags. Thanks for watching.